Okay, so an important question. Who uses P&ID? You see, P&ID aren't just handy diagrams to have around during the design phase. They're super important documents that get referenced by various engineering disciplines throughout the entire project. It is one of the few documents created by multiple engineering groups such as process, instrumentation and control, piping, mechanical, and HVAC, heat ventilating and air conditioning. Let's break it down. Imagine you're in a technical meeting with vendors or manufacturers. You whip out the P&ID to discuss equipment specifications and requirements. There it is, making your life easier. The information provided by the P&ID allows for the generation of other documents including piping isometrics, piping model equipment and instruments lists, cause and effect diagrams, control philosophy, alarm set point tables, line designation, tables, and loop diagrams. So, all the groups involved in a process plant should be familiar with P&ID to some extent. It can be considered the source document to prepare a shopping list for piping, mechanical and instrumentation and control requirements. Instrumentation controls and process groups should be fully knowledgeable about needs because they are the mere developers of P&ID, together with mechanical or electrical groups who can also provide some input during development, such as the equipment list from mechanical engineers and motor list and electrical classification list from electrical engineers. I&C practitioners should be familiar with the needs because from it they develop their instrument lists and IO list, which is a document listing instruments which serves as an input or output of the control system. The piping group should be familiar with the P&ID because it is their mere working document as they need to develop their piping model or piping isometric drawing. Civil engineers should also know P&ID, although to a lesser extent. However, if the material is concrete, like in large wastewater treatment plants, they should be familiar with P&ID. In HAZOP, meetings and discussions are mainly on P&ID and about different potential hazards in the designed plant and the required safeguards. In value engineering meetings again, P&ID have an important role. Different elements of a designed plant are discussed from the cost-saving point of view, and if one item is not necessary, it will be removed. So, a deep understanding of P&ID is needed which is going to be provided by this course. One important factor while designing a process plant is the quality of its P&ID. The more complete the P&ID, the more developed the project is. Therefore, different groups can add information to a need and use it for the activities. For example, during the construction and installation of process plants, P&ID are important too. Although, the majority of construction activities are done based on documents other than P&ID, having the updated P&ID on the side helps the constructors eliminate any uncertainties when a question arises. P&ID has been used during construction to solve a wide variety of problems from tank nozzles to insulation and paintings. However, where well-prepared documents are available, there is less need for P&ID during the construction. Adding to it, in the operation plant, the P&ID is the mere document and it is always available and up to date. To sum up, P&IDs are used by operational personnel, process engineers, chemical engineers, control engineers, maintenance personnel and other stakeholders. Now, some individuals in the operation of a process plant or the maintenance plant may consider not knowing about the development or updates of the P&ID because it is not their business. However, this approach is not completely correct for different reasons. For example, a considerable number of items on the P&ID are things inherited from the design and development stages of the P&ID. Therefore, to have a good understanding of the P&ID, its development needs to be understood.